Here we are. This is my account which I'm going to use. This is Terraform Learn, and this is my own account which I have already created. So in this I can show you in the billing project is already set for this account. If you feel any difficulty, just let me know in the comment section. I can provide you a solution for it. Google Console, if I go to the dashboard, right, Cloud Hub, Cloud Overview, welcome dashboard is there. Dashboard is there, welcome page is this, and then you have a dashboard also created, and in this you can see the project information, which project I am using, Terraform Learn, project ID, resources, what all resources that we have in this is actually it has all the resources. It's showing me the top 5 resources, I think so, and then API engine, app, what's the performance, Google Cloud Platform, all services, and generic information that we generally see. So from this, for billing period from 1st April 2026, the billing amount that I'm getting charged is 0.23 INR. And then now if we click on these recommendation, let's see what all recommendation it's providing me. Remove user ID, IAM role, remove 123 access permission, remove 1056 permission. So these are some IDs that I have already created, and it's giving recommendation that you should remove these IDs, since it's these IDs are not replaced. Role to remove 106 11074 access permission from Google managed service account. So it's just providing me some recommendation. Now if you go to the computes, and let's select any VM instance. This is just to show you what all regions that we have. So if you select start creating the resource, right, you will this regions and resource zones option you will get while creating uh, almost all the resources. Some resources are categorized under global category, they don't have any specific reason, but most of the resources are created in particular regions and zones. So from here we can select whichever region we want to create. So like in the at the time of theory I was telling you about Mumbai and Delhi region, right? If you see, right, Asia South 1 is the Mumbai region and Asia South 2 is the Delhi region. If we select any of the Mumbai region, we have 3 options: Asia South 1A, 1B and 1C. These are the zones. So in if we select Asia South 1A, this particular VM is going to get created in this zone, in Asia South 1 region, in Asia South 1A zone. So these 3 zones, right, Asia South 1A, Asia South 1B and Asia South 1C, this is not necessarily to be created to be located geographically. They might not be located inside the Mumbai region. By Mumbai region, it's not about Mumbai only, it can be nearby states as well, like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu. They can all get integrated. They might have created these. What I'm trying to say is these zones might be, one zone might be in Mumbai region, another zone might be in Karnataka, and another zone might be in Tamil Nadu. So they might have categorized it. Like similarly, if you go to the Delhi region, right? So you have Delhi, Asia South 2A, Asia South 2B, and Asia South 2C. We don't know exactly which location this Asia South 2A, but this might be in Delhi, and then this Asia South 2B might be in Gurgaon, and then Asia South 2C might be in Ghaziabad, or it might be in Noida. So that's how the regions and zones are. Now that was one thing we explained, and the thing was Google infrastructure resource hierarchy. I have already told you resource hierarchy. So here we, if you see, right, we don't have any organization as such, because this is a free account which I'm using. If you create an enterprise level account, you can see the organization as well. Organization will be created. Inside that organization you can start creating the folders, and then inside that folders you can create the projects. In order to show you, I can create one project so it makes more easy. So GCP lab 1 is the project name, and this project name is editable. You can edit this project name, but project ID, it's editable only at the time of creation. Once this is created, you cannot edit it. So let's have it this project ID. So there are mainly 3 things: project ID, project name, and project number. Project number is a unique thing that you get, it is not editable. So if you want, you can change your project from here. So if you click right, it's GCP lab 1 is now selected. If you go to the overview page, you can see my project name, number and details. So this is the new project that we have. In this project, cloud overview dashboard page. Overview was for the computer. So here it is GCP lab 1, my project number. This is a unique number provided by GCP. It's not editable. Project ID, it is mutable only at the time of creation of the project. After that it's not mutable. GCP project lab, this is editable. You can change this project name. Let's try to change this. uh, Go to project setting and project lab 1. So if I give lab 1 new, and if I save it, it will change my project name. So project name is mutable. Project ID, it's only changeable at the time of creation. After that it's not. If you try to change anything, right, it's not allowing me to type anything here. And then project number is also not mutable. Now if you see, we have project lab 1 new. Now this is from the project resource hierarchy part. Policies and inheritance. What I'm trying to say is, if we create a particular policy on this project, then that policy will get applied to all the resources that we are going to create. Now IAM and roles. So if we go to IAMs, from here you can, from these toggle bar, you can click here and you can search for IAMs and admins. If you go to IAMs, click on the IAM, and then you can see enabling PAN API for this project. So this is PAM API, privileged access management. If you go to IAM, this is the IAM. So only one user is there. This is my own user. And if you want, we can create more user. Grant access, new principal name is Cloud DBA, assign role. So if you see, right, at the time of PPT, I explained you there are three kinds of role: basic role, predefined role, and custom role. So here you can see there are three basic role. One is the browser, editor, owner, and viewer. These are the four roles that we have. So browser roles, access to the browser and GCP resources. Edit role, view, create, update, and delete most Google Cloud resources. See the list of the included permission. Owner, full access most of the Google Cloud resources. See the list for included. And viewer, view most of the Google Cloud resources. So that is what it is. Now based on the job functionality also you can provide, like data scientist, designed for data scientist, power user, manage data platform services associated with the compute services and analyze data for building data processing. Database admin, this role will get access to the GCP databases. DevOps, this role will get access to the DevOps resources. Infrastructure admin, enable full control management for the key infrastructure services like GC, GKE, storage, and networking. Similar, ML engineer, networking administrator. So based on the job functionality, you will get a particular role. Support user, provided a user ability to create and manage support cases in their own enterprise for viewing their GCP resources configuration, monitor and logging information that may be needed for providing required GCP support. So this is how we can allow both product and services. This is the quick access. Custom currently used is the basic rule. Then we have job functional based rule. This is that comes under basic rule. Now we have a predefined role. So by predefined role, what I mean, if you go to any particular service, like if you go to compute, it will be easy to explain. Cloud Composer, compute. You can search here, compute. So compute recommended viewer, compute recommended admin, compute admin. So these are the few roles and permissions that are created, and this is how you can grant permission. So if I grant access, so let's first grant basic owner access to this particular ID and save this. CloudDB email address for the domain must be associated with an active Google account and workspace. See, you can only cloudDBA333@gmail.com. Save. So you have one account as owner, invitation set pending assistance. Now, so what I did, I have two accounts, right? This is my old account. In this account, I granted permission to Cloud DBA, my another account. And if I go to the Cloud DBA account, I can see now GCP Cloud Lab one new project is available, is visible in this account, in this GCP Gmail ID. So with you, by what I mean is using your Gmail ID itself, Cloud Identity. If you go to the Cloud Identity section, using your Gmail ID itself, you can connect with the GCP console. You don't need a particular account. Now, if you go to the IAM roles, I have shown you service account. So if you go to the service accounts, right? If you go to IAM security, and you can not see any service account as of now because we don't have any resources created. Once we start creating the resources, you can see the service account in this section, and that service account will be used by particular resource. So let's start by creating a compute engine. So you will get one VM instance, and then start compute and then VM instance, and then create an instance. So instance name is, suppose it's GCP lab 1, GCP lab 1, and region we will select Delhi, or we can select Mumbai. That's not a problem. We can select any region which we want. Zone, we are going to select zone 1. This is only for test. We will take the E2 instance. It's free and it has very low cost. And then EC2 with 2 GB RAM. That's what I'm going to provision. And you see all the general configuration is done. Now click on OS and storage. In OS and storage, you can see the type of New Balance disk. Size is 10 GB. Snapshot, if you want, you can change it. Image which is getting used is Debian image. So if you want, you can use the Debian image, or if you want, you can change it to any of the Windows image if you want. So let's try to launch one first. Let's try to launch one Windows server. Here we have to choose Debian Windows. Here is Windows. Hello, Linux CentOS. SQL Server Windows, only Windows should be there. Windows Server, ठीक है. We will select Windows Server 25 data center, and it has select this. Now this will change the image which is getting used. Okay, now let's click on data protection. Data protection, we have a backup plan. Default compute instance plan for Asia South 1. This is the default plan which is getting used. Snapshot schedule, no backup. If you want, you can schedule backup for this. Schedule a snapshot. Networking, host name, network tag, host name. If you want, you can provide a particular host name. Like let's try to create a server, and then probably we can start. Allow firewall, allow HTTP, HTTPS, and then domain, create. So if you see, right, we can see one of my GCP lab 1 project is getting created. So that is one way of interacting with. So if we come to the last slide that we gone through, the ways of interacting with GCP console. So you can interact with using console. This is how we are interacting with the console. Then with Cloud CDK, we have to download Cloud CDK, install it in our system, and then probably start using it. The third way was Cloud Shell. This is the icon through which you can start the Cloud Shell. If you see right here, we can see the Cloud Shell is getting connected. Cloud Shell terminal. This is provisioning one Debian server. Authorize the Cloud Shell. Once you authorized it, it will ask for authentication and then start provisioning a Cloud Shell. See, if you here it's showing provisioning your Cloud Shell machine connecting with your Cloud Shell instance, and this is how it get created. G Cloud. You can run G Cloud command from here and it will work. Current name and government expected. So G Cloud is the main command through which that we use to connect with the GCP console. So if you want, you can expand it, you can minimize it, and you can close it. So this is a kind of editor that we have. So, and this is your VM created. If you click on RDP, download the RDP file for third party client. Our RDP client will be downloaded. Double click this client, and then you can see a Windows lineup machine is there, and then it's trying to connect with your GCP server. It will not, because we have not allowed the RDP rule, so it's not trying to. That part we will cover in another lab when we are covering the GCP cloud. For now, I will go ahead and delete this, skip graceful shutdown, and delete this server, so there we are not getting charged for it. So this is the basic lab in which I just provided you an overview of it. Let me show you one more thing, my billing project. So just to give you an overview, you can search here billing, and it will show you the billings. So if you see, it shows you the complete detail, how much cost I have given for the first month, second month, and so on. So current month, last 7 days, this is how your bill is getting. This is the billing details that we have. If you want, you can set up alert and auto pay, and all those things can be done. FinOps Secure 3.2 maturity, and these all details we have here. So this was the basic overview of your GCP account, right?